Hi everyone, and welcome to the Ramps of Science. For the Ramps of Science, what we have are 4 different ramps. They all are the exact same length as far as how far the balls have to travel. So the distance is going to be, let's say, 84 centimeters, right? So each one of the Ramps of Science is 84 centimeters long. And we're going to have 4 different spheres, obviously. A blue one, a yellow one, a green one, and a red one. They're going to race at the same time down to the end. And then the question for you is, which one reaches the bottom first? So let's go over this quickly, right? First we have the blue sphere, and all the spheres are exactly the same size, mass, obviously shape and everything, right? Now for the blue one, I mean, it's gonna start up here at the top, and then for the blue one now, it's got like kind of like a power pack zoom at the very beginning right here, but then towards the end, it's got like a really long, slow trek to the very end of the ramp and everything. Now, it's followed up with the yellow one. Now the yellow one probably is the most average of all of these. I mean, basically it's from start to finish, it's kind of like slow but steady, you know? So if you remember that story, that would be the yellow sphere as it goes kind of like straight down the whole way. Now this is followed with the green one, which is also somewhat in the middle, I guess. It starts out kind of slow, it's got this part at the very middle where it's going kind of like powering down pretty fast, and then it's got kind of like a long, boring end at the very, end here. Then we finally come to the red sphere. Now the red sphere's track, this one, it's definitely got by far the longest, slowest, most boring part in the beginning more than all the other ones. But, I mean, now look, down towards the end where it matters, I mean, this is going to have the most dramatic ending of all of the spheres because it's got like towards the end, it's like powering right at the very end. So the question I have for you is, which one of the spheres is going to be the fastest? Which one's the slowest? You could rank all 4 of them and everything for it. But let's get down to the actual facts. Let's actually see how fast these guys are going as they kind of roll down to try to see, okay, which one's going to be the actual winner for these when we're doing it. So if I take a little plastic divider that's right here, and I kind of use that to hold them back, and we put each one of the spheres on their appropriate tracks. Now what should happen is they're all going to be released at the exact same time, and we'll see which one's going to be the winner. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! Oh, it's definitely the blue. It's definitely the blue one wins! So let's recap. While all of them are traveling 84 centimeters or the same distance, there's a definite difference in the speed that they have. While they all are traveling from the same height to the same, depth or the same change in height for it, the blue one, the difference is the blue one, all of the energy that it's getting comes at the very beginning. So even though it has by far the longest, most boring end to the run, for that whole run, it's already gained all of its speed. So that's why it finishes first. The yellow one similarly has a power all the way down, but then the other two, they definitely, they've got longer distances where they're traveling slower, so it takes them long. By the time the green one, for example, finally gets to where it's going to, speed up, I mean, the race is already over. The blue one's already won for it. Now, what we want to do with the rest of this is, let's find out what the speed was for each one of these. So, in order to know the speed of, an object that's moving, you need to know 2 things, right? You need to know, obviously, the distance, which is 84 centimeters, and we also need to know the time of it. So let me grab a handy-dandy timer here. Let me jump on the stopwatch, and we'll see how fast each one of these spheres travels as they're kind of going down. So let's see here. If we have our timer and we start it at the beginning, and we go start, stop. Okay, 1.15 seconds. So the first one is 1.15 seconds for the blue one. And what we do is we just divide, right? You just divide the distance, right? So that's going to be 84 centimeters. Hold on here, if we could turn it on. 84 centimeters divided by the time, which was 1.15 equals, hold on here, 73.0, and then it would be centimeters per second, right? So centimeters per second is what we're doing for that one. Okay, the next one, the yellow one, let's hit reset, all right, for the yellow one. And if we go start, stop, okay, this one, it's just a little bit slower. It's 1.21 seconds. And so if we calculate that out, right? So we have 84 divided by 84, helps if I would have my glasses on. 84 divided by 1.21 equals, all right, 69.4. 69.4. Again, centimeters per second, right, would be the way that we would write that. Okay, but next we need to do the green one, green sphere next. Let's reset, stopwatch, and start, stop. Okay, so 1.59 seconds. 1.59 seconds is going to be for the green one, all right? And then to calculate this out, right? Let's see, for the green one, it's going to be 84 divided by, what did I say? 1.59 means it was going 52.8 centimeters per second. Right, but last but not least, we've got our red sphere, right? So for the red sphere, let's reset and we'll see how long it takes for this guy. Start. Oh, okay, that's taking a while, okay, and stop. It is 2.42 seconds, right? And so if we calculate out, what is the speed of the red one? We'd say, okay, 84 divided by 2.42 centimeters means it was a speed of 34.7. 34.7 for the red one. So it's definitely the slowest. But that's the way that you calculate out the speed of things. You need to know how far they went and then how long it took to get there. On your mark, get set, go! Oh my mark, get set, go! And they're off! Well, so let's see which one's going to be the fastest, all right? On your mark, get set, go! Get set, go!